Hello and welcome to our new channel. My name is Rose and our channel is called Family DIYs, and I'm going to show you around our garden today. Today is July the 11th, 2021, and most of our vegetables we started inside on May 1st, transplanted out here June 5th and 6th, and yeah, so we're harvesting some lettuce and kale, and tonight it'd be our first harvest of beet greens. And so yeah, so welcome, please like and subscribe, and thank you. Oh, and we're from northern New Brunswick, Canada, and we have our short growing season here, and this is our second year that we're growing really big. And check out our in the link below called Silo Raised Garden Beds. That's what we did last year, so it went really good. And so I think everybody was going through the same thing during COVID, during the pandemic, a lot of gardening and stuff. So this is our second year, we're hooked, and we're just starting to harvest now, July 10th and 11th, and it's going to be throughout the season. But yeah, so check out our garden, and I hope you enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. Here's our cucumbers. They're starting to grow, and this is, came up all by itself, marigolds. So I'm going to put a trellis on this soon, like a little teepee, so I can grow up the teepee pole. And some more cucumbers. This is my sunflowers. There's still some in pots here. More marigolds. I think these are ground cherries. There's squash and some more herbs here I need to transplant. This is bok choy, and the rest of my stuff didn't grow, which is rosemary and lavender. I'm gonna have to research about this a little bit more, how to grow these. And this is a seed that we gathered last year. Like when these die, you can gather the seeds and replant. So this is what I did last year. Took the seeds off and put it in our little, just in a tray, and look how nice it is. It's beautiful. And this one too. So this is a plant I traded with my niece. I traded a yellow zucchini, and she gave me a a pear tomato. These are let's see here, yellow wax Hungarian pepper. This is jalapeno peppers. I threw some seeds here, some beets. In the back is cucumbers, and in the front is some more beets. I just tried for fun. Beans inside. And this is a tomato. It's a ground cherry tomato, but these little pods are starting to grow, look like little bells. And over here is our tomatoes. It's going crazy. It's falling over in here and stuff, but it's just like bushing out. It's going really crazy in here with the tomatoes. It's filling out big time, and it's only been like a month and a couple days, and it is, if you've seen from the first video for the greenhouse carport, you see how small they were in this video and that video, but now it's huge. And my little guys I grew from like seed. They're just starting to come out now. These are green peppers, and the tomato is covering my little kale, which is kind of like going to be covered with tomatoes. So this is the spot here in the carport. I'll go out here. So this is new. We started this year. This is started in 2019, just the wooden bed only. Oh, and I harvested our onions, and look, they're already coming up already again. Chives. And you see my video on the lettuce. It's coming really nice. It's raining off and on throughout the week, so I don't have to water like barely anything at all. Here's my little flowers again. Romaine, Grand Rapid, red bowl, salad bowl mix. Here's our bush beans, our pole beans in the back. I don't know if you can see. It's actually climbing on the trellis here. This is chamomile. I started these little guys. Cilantro, I think that's what's called. Dill, look, the flowers are coming up on top. Little tiny onions. Here's my flowers again. And bunching onions. And this is our zucchini. They're coming this week. All the vegetables, I think it was because of so much rain and sunny. Like right now, it's supposed to rain this afternoon. It's really sunny right now. And so it was, everything just went crazy. So look, and the yellow zucchini. Here's another flower. So we planted marigolds like everywhere in every corner, but it seems to help with the pests. Here's some more yellow zucchini. And over there, this one's starting out small, but look right here, and little baby ones right there. But look at this guy. Crazy! He's ready to harvest right now. And this one here has some. Oh, it's kind of growing up here, but look. It didn't seem, it's kind of yellowing, so maybe it didn't pollinate. Oh, it's growing up here. There's another one in the back. I can't really see it, but right here. Here's the close-up of chamomile. This is like a tea. You harvest the flowers for tea. See, my other marigolds. Here's the pole beans going up the trellis here. That will go all the way up here. Bought 2 rhubarb plants and we split them up last year and made 6. They're right here. But then we also rescued some rhubarb plants, and right now we have a total of 49 rhubarb plants. I did not think they were going to grow because it had no leaves on it last year or anything. It was just the size of my finger, some of the rhubarb plants, and look how big they are now. So we gave them some good soil, gave them some fertilizer this spring, and I also fertilized it about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to fertilize just a little bit, like a little tablespoon around each plant. And yeah, it is getting, so I'm not going to harvest them this year because they said to wait a year so the roots can establish, and so next year will be big harvest. So yeah, because you need the roots to establish so it doesn't die on you. Here's our raspberry plants. We bought those this year, just little roots, little sticks actually, but they're coming out now. So we have like, I think they only cost like $3 for a little root, and they're coming up now. So this year will produce next year, all the raspberry plants. See? So the rhubarb will be harvested next year, the raspberry plants will be harvested next year. So you gotta start somewheres, but they're turning out good. These 2 are from a friend. We traded. I gave her some cucumbers and sage, and she, cooking sage, and they gave us some raspberry plants. So there's our kale that I did a video of. This whole bed is just kale. And read about and Google about kale, the vitamins and the nutrition that it provides. And again, I never, all my life, I didn't really buy kale, once in a blue moon. But since you have your garden, and I had another smoothie this morning that had 3 leaves, 1 red Russian and 2 Siberian kale. And it was so delicious with mint and milk. These are little baby ones. So when these are getting bigger and getting woodier, these will be grown up within a month, so you can harvest it. And also read about it, like you could freeze kale, put it in your soups, your smoothies, and it's very, very high in vitamins. So here's our little baby guys. They're coming up. This is our potatoes. This is going crazy. And if you notice, we put marigolds in each one of the silos and everywhere in the whole garden. But these are coming up pretty good. This is our potato bin, red potatoes. This is our we have 4 bins. This is butter crunch lettuce, and I bought the seeds from the Great Canadian Dollar Store for 33 cents a package. Look at this. It is coming up so fast. In another week, this is going to be all big and we're going to have to eat lettuce every meal. So, but you're eating healthy, which is good. I don't know if you guys can see this, just little tiny leaves here. So I planted those only about maybe a week and a half ago, maybe. This is a weed, take that out. This is parsnips. So this is the first time growing this. This is the first time trying bok choy. I don't know what it tastes like. It's the first time for me. And this is our eggplants. We bought from a girl downtown for $2. They're coming up pretty slow. I don't know because maybe our weather is kind of cool, maybe it's not hot enough. There's a little tiny flower here, or maybe I should cover them up so they can have more heat. I really don't know. I have to read more about this. But look at this. This is crazy. I swear this week, because of the rain and the sun, and this afternoon is going to rain again. The rain gives nutrition to the plants too. But tonight we're going to have beet greens, and they're huge. So they're starting to grow, and all this is really good. So this is new for me too. So this is the first time trying this last year, and this year is second year. So this is a new vegetable, I would say. It's really cool. And over here is Swiss chard. I have no idea what Swiss chard tastes like. And they're cute. They're nice and pink. This one's white. Yeah, so this is all Swiss chard. So this is, I think, is ready to be harvested soon for the leaves. And I'm going to research about it, how to cook with it, and we'll go from there. This is carrots. Do you hear that crow in the background? It says hello. So David made 3 beds here, and we're going to go make another one right here soon. A little bit of soil left to make the last garden bed for the year. These are all kale because I direct sowed the other ones and there was so much, so I took some from over here and planted the whole thing of kale. I'm hoping, I planted on transplanted them on a hot day, so I'm hoping that it would take and actually grow. Again, our little marigolds are growing. These are a surprise plant that I got free seeds from a friend from someone. I'd never tasted that plant before. It's a squash, and so I have to learn and research how to make soups with this one. This is a pumpkin. I came out a little bit too late. Usually they open up really in the morning. Right now it's 12 o'clock. And the little flower fell off. Eek. But this is a pumpkin, and it's a baking pumpkin where you can make pumpkin pie, pumpkin soup. And last year was the first time making pumpkin soup, and it was delicious. First time for everything. So, and this is the surprise squash too. And I got some more marigolds. So this, on this side is all kale, starting out just little babies. And this side is squash and pumpkin. This side, this bed is strawberries only, and it's starting to, not all of them had started to grow, like this one here. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna call the company and ask if this is normal. But we grew the strawberries from the bare root, and some of them are doing really good. So this is a strawberry bed only. This one here is, one side is all potatoes, and the other side I had 4 plants of buttercup squash and 4 butternut squash. And look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but here it is. This little guy right here. Starting. I don't see anything in here, but it's gonna be cool. So these are like, I think when we were harvesting these last year, it was more like the fall, like September, October, before you can actually harvest any of these squash. So they take a little bit longer to grow. But that's about it with our garden. And I also have some on our porch, which is mint and herbs. And I'll show you that in a second. I also forgot to mention that we have purchased a cherry tree, 2 of these. And I'll walk over here real quick. This is an apple tree, a Honeycrisp apple tree. So we have two cherry trees and 2 apple trees. This is just, we had purchased one last year that didn't grow, so we bought another one, and some of the leaves are turning yellow, but it was just transplanted this year. So this is a cherry tree, and this one here is an apple tree. So they're just little sticks right now, so it's going to take a few years for these guys to grow, but you got to start somewheres. And this is our crazy tree, I call it, the mulberry tree, but it's all ready to you just get a little handful of berries. And it's, you know, just enough for a little treat. This is our mint. I purchased this in here. It's a lemon mint. This is what I had from last year. I planted. This is a friend that gave me this, a rosemary plant. Sage, thyme, and the spinach, I think when it's a little bit warm, it just goes to just seed right away, flowers up. So this is our spinach. This is sweet basil, which is really good. This one here, the big one, I got that from my friend. And these ones are the ones I started. Sear spinach. We didn't eat very much from it because it all turned to seed. It bolted right up. But you can still harvest the little tiny leaves. We're putting it on our pizza, so these are ones that are huge. I gotta harvest these. I should do it today. And the little ones are mine. But it's starting. And there's spinach. See, it's all like flowers. Oh, do you see that? It's like dust coming, like pollen coming off of it. And this is cinnamon basil, which is good for tea. If you eat the leaf, it tastes like black licorice, but it only lasts like 30 seconds. I'm not a fan of black licorice, but I just eat one leaf and it disappears after 30 seconds. It is great with tea and with honey. So yeah, so we're growing this because we really enjoyed it last year. And that's it for our garden tour. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.